Today on the table, we have a Smith and Wesson Model 5906. So back in the 80s, Smith and Wesson actually got into the market of making semi-automatic pistols. So first they started with the first generation, and those two pistols were consistent, or they used two-digit numbers to identify those pistols. And those two models were the Model 39 and the Model 59. And then the second generation of pistols that they made, they were three digits, which were the 459 and the 659. And then the third generation pistols, those were identified with four digits. And they were the 5903, 5904, 5905, and then 5906. And there's some other ones actually after that as well, of four-digit ones. Now this is a 5906. It's a 9mm. It is the magazine's 15 rounds, which I'll show you here in a minute. But they made this model from 1989 to 1999. And if you look at the serial number on this one, and when I talked to Smith and Wesson, this one was actually made in June of 1989. So it was very, very early. It was the very first year, basically the first 6 months that they made these. And, you know, it's, again, just one of the earliest models of this specific model. Now, it is, at least based on how it's constructed, it is all stainless steel. So you can see that here. And it has these nice wraparound, like kind of plasticky rubber grip, so it's actually really comfortable to hold on to, which is pretty nice. And it does have an ambidextrous safety on it as well, like some 1911s do. You can see it has the ambidextrous safety here. I like it. It's cool because the way the sights look on it is it has these like little shields next to the sights, which is kind of cool. So you can see that here, and actually the sight's a little adjustable here on the back. Now, I actually just got this today. But the sight on this one is not the original front sight. And I'm checking with the seller who I bought it from to see if he still has the original sight. If not, I can get online and buy the original sight that was on it, because it just had it didn't have any night sights or any of these tritium things. It just had a standard sight, as you can see here, just like the rear sight right there. So that's pretty cool. But we can do a quick safety check just to see what it looks like. So you can see here that it is not loaded. And it comes with it came back in the day with two 15-round mags. So it's these nice stainless steel magazines, you know, that are really nice, just really well made. You know, 15 rounds of 9, can't complain about that. And it's actually really easy to get more magazines for it. They still have them. So for them being in service, or I'm sorry, for them being made from 1989 to 1999, they became actually very popular because they shoot very, very well. They are 4-inch barrel, which Smith and Wesson will call a full size for them. But they're actually still in service. So from 1990, they were adopted by different police departments and other places that need people to carry. And those pistols are actually still in service, which is actually pretty cool. So they're just super well made. They are a little bit heavier because it is a solid stainless steel pistol. But it was, like I said, so popular with, you know, the police and other law enforcement's military things that, you know, a lot of people adopted them and still use them to today. They did come in a 40 caliber, supposedly. I did not see any in 40s. I just saw them in the 9mm, but based on my research, they also were available in a 40 caliber. I'll have to look to see if I can find something, you know, if I could find one in a 40, that would be kind of cool. But it is just super cool gun. Now, one of the main reasons why I wanted to have one of these is I'm a big Lethal Weapon fan, and as you remember, I have the Model 15 that Danny Glover uses in Lethal Weapon, or Murtaugh, and that was in the first movie. But in the second and third movie, he actually uses one of these. He carries a Model 5906. If you look at the screenshots, you can see the little notch here in the sight. You can see that in some of the movie frames. So it's just pretty cool. So now I have the pistol that Mel Gibson carried, which is a Beretta 92F, and then I have both of the guns that Murtaugh carried, aka Danny Glover. So I just wanted to show everybody, because and this one's in fantastic condition. This one, for being so old, you know, from the early beginning of the year, or the first 6 months or so when they started making these, you know, to have this one in just this nice a condition is fantastic. And you can see it even has a little, if it was loaded, it has the, you know, load notifier here, so you could see this would pop out more if there was a round in the chamber. So it's pretty cool. So anyways, there it is. Smith and Wesson Model 5906. Let me know if you have one. I have not shot it because I just got it today. Let me know if you maybe run a force and you shot one, or if you have one, you shoot them. Let me know too if you have a first generation Model 59 or 39, because I'd love to get one of those next. And let me know in the comments, just your thoughts on those. So I appreciate it. Thank you again.